The adventure and dangerous story begin with two individuals named Edgar and Halka. They were caught by the soldiers of the Chancellor on charges of theft. Now, both of them were about to receive punishment soon, so the Chancellor calls them to ask Edgar why he committed the theft and what could be the reason behind it. Edgar starts telling about his past. He used to live in a small tribe with his wife and a very beautiful daughter. Edgar's job in the tribe was to protect the entire tribe and catch all the thieves. But one day, in anger, the group of thieves killed Edgar's wife. After his wife's death, Edgar was left alone and he didn't feel like working anymore. Since then, he has been raising his little daughter, Kira, alone. Not long ago, he met a lady named Halka, who was still with him. Halka helped him take care of his daughter. But soon they faced a shortage of money. So, Edgar and Halka started stealing from shops together. They were forced into this line of work due to their circumstances. Edgar and Halka used to go to different places to steal money and jewelry. One day, Halka finds a pendant that could make anyone disappear after wearing it. Halka gives that magical pendant to Edgar, and with its help, they start committing many thefts. Soon, two more men named Simon and Fodge joined their team. So, they had formed a complete team. One day, Fodge told Edgar about a sorceress named Sophia who claimed that there was a place deep within the mountains where a lot of money and jewelry were kept, along with a magical tablet that could bring any dead person back to life. Upon hearing this, Edgar became eager and wanted to bring his deceased wife back to life. So, leaving his daughter Kira alone at home, he set out with his entire team into the mountainous region. Sophia, the sorceress, was also with them. After reaching inside, Sophia raised a red Han and Edgar took the magical tablet to revive his dead wife. But suddenly, the soldiers there attacked them to protect the place. Everyone managed to escape except Edgar and Halka, who got trapped. Edgar handed over the fake tablet and asked them to protect his daughter, after which the soldiers captured Edgar and Halka and took them to the Chancellor for punishment. Now, our story jumps to the present where they were about to receive their punishment. But suddenly, a strange man appears there whose entire body looked like a bird. Edgar and Halka quickly climb onto him, and he flies them away. But when they return to their tribe, they realize that their entire team has scattered, and they have no idea where everyone went. After some questioning, Edgar learns that Fodge has become the king of a kingdom. And his daughter Kira is still in his kingdom. So, Edgar starts heading towards the kingdom with Halka. After so many years, Edgar was finally meeting his daughter Kira, who was very happy to see him, but Kira was also a little angry because she felt that her father had left her forever. Now, Edgar and Halka meet with Force and ask how all this happened and how did they become the king of a kingdom. With a laugh, Force tells them that Sophia made the old king sick, and after his demise, Force became the new king. Now Edgar had an idea that Force had intentionally introduced them to Sophia so that they could go into the mountainous region and get their job done. Force had lied to Edgar's daughter Kira that her father was stealing with the help of the magical tablet. But Edgar tells his daughter that he only wanted to revive her mother with that tablet, and he had no other intentions. Edgar understood that behind all this, it was the work of Force and Sophia, who had seized the power of the entire kingdom. Edgar tries to attack Force, but Sophia captures both Edgar and Halka using her black energy and orders her soldiers to imprison them. So, they were thrown into jail, and it seemed like they would be killed soon. But Edgar and Halka successfully fight the soldiers and manage to escape from there because staying in the kingdom had become very dangerous. Meanwhile, Force instigates Kira even more against her father by saying, "I gave your father that magical tablet, but he ran away from here without taking you," which made Kira resent her dad even more. As Edgar and Halka were leaving the kingdom, they also took Simon with them, who had joined their team some time ago. After telling the whole truth, Simon was now also supporting Edgar and Halka. Simon explained that Force's army was very large, and they would need some other magical items to fight against their magical army. So, Simon was taking them to a witch named Doric who could take the form of any animal. All three reached Doric, who was also very troubled by the kingdom people because they were destroying the jungle completely. So, now, the four of them formed a team that would fight against Force and Sophia. Force was questioning Sophia about where she had hidden the magical tablet and other items. Sophia was telling that she had hidden all of them in a cave where she had performed black magic, and no one could open the cave except her chance. Suddenly, Sophia felt someone listening to her, and when she turned back, she saw Doric there, who could transform into a honeybee. Sensing danger, Doric immediately flew away from there, and now she informed Edgar and the others about where Sophia had hidden all those magical items. They would have to find a way to open the cave. Edgar asked Simon how they could fix this black energy. Simon mentioned that he had read about a magical helmet that could cut off all the black energies. However, those tribespeople who were aware have now passed away, so Halka was saying that I know where that tribe is, and we only need a little bit of black energy to awaken those dead bodies, so that we can reach the magical helmet. That's why now their entire team heads towards the tribe. As soon as they arrive there, Simon, who had a bit of black energy with him, goes to the cemetery and wakes up one of the corpses there. The corpse then began telling them that several years ago, Sophia and her people attacked our tribe. They had many dangerous dragons with them too. It seemed that our tribespeople would lose, but then a great warrior named Brait came, who helped us. So our tribespeople trusted him and gave him the magical helmet. After that, nothing was known about the magical helmet. Now Edgar and his entire team reach Brait, who used to live in the nearby tribe. When they ask Brait about the magical helmet, he replies that after winning the war, he hid the helmet underground. Underground is a dangerous place where traps were set all around, but still, Brait took them there to give them the helmet. They went to a very large place where lava was burning below. If anyone fell from there, they would completely burn. But Simon had a bit of magical power, so he opens a portal directly towards the helmet, so they don't need to cross the bridge, and they reach the magical helmet directly. Brad happily hands over the magical helmet to Edgar's team. But now, soldiers sent by Sophia arrive there, who were keeping an eye on them, meaning Sophia is also searching for the magical helmet. So they had started attacking everyone, but now, due to so many noises coming, a very large dragon trapped inside the cave gets freed. Its size was extremely dangerous, and it immediately starts attacking Sophia's soldiers. Seeing it start, the cave starts to collapse gradually. However, Edgar had entered another cave with his companions to escape. But that dragon destroys the entire place, so it starts sinking in the water, but Simon remembers that he had telepathic powers, so he opens a portal and comes out with his team. Here, Simon has the magical helmet, which he immediately puts on, but suddenly, due to the power of the magical helmet, everything stops, and in front of Simon, his father appears. But Simon's father says that you are not worthy of this magical helmet, you need to be even stronger to control it. Simon feels very burdened by all this, that's why he was still wearing the helmet. But after some time, he gets very tired. Edgar tells Simon that you will have to train more on this, but for now, don't use it because it could affect your mind. Now Simon and his companions realize that Forz is organizing a very big game in his kingdom, which was going to be a very big maze game, where people from different kingdoms will participate, and many gold rewards can be won. Therefore, Edgar decides with his companions that we will also participate in this game so that we can go inside the cave and steal the magical tablet and other items. But the biggest question was how to enter the kingdom. Edgar then tells Simon that if you have the power of telepathy, then take us inside the kingdom from here. But Simon says that my powers don't work that way, I can only teleport to a place I can see. However, Edgar and Simon together come up with a plan to use one of his teleportation beacon portals to enter the kingdom behind some pictures. After reaching inside the kingdom, they could all teleport once they had a picture of the kingdom. This cunning plan works perfectly, but their portal had fallen before reaching the kingdom, so they couldn't come out, meaning they had to find another way to enter the kingdom. Therefore, Edgar tells Simon to create a hologram of himself, which will distract the soldiers' attention. As soon as they do that, everyone else enters the kingdom. None of the soldiers could do anything for protection. Now inside the kingdom, everyone started heading towards the palace. Simon puts on the magical helmet again, and suddenly, he faints. When he regains consciousness, his father is in front of him, but this time, Simon is telling his father that I am worthy of this helmet, and I have full confidence in myself. Seeing Simon so confident, his father is now very happy, he has provided Simon with all the powers of the helmet. Now Simon, along with Halka, starts heading towards the cave where all the magical items and treasures are kept. However, as soon as they entered, they realized that this was Sophia's trap. With the help of her dark magic, Sophia's army captured both of them, as well as Edgar and the rest of the companions. They were all in a very bad situation because the army and Sophia had already transferred all the treasure out of the cave to another location. They had planned it beforehand that Edgar and his companions would surely come to this place. So they were all prepared in advance. Forz was telling Sophia to kill them all when Edgar replied that if you have the courage, send us into that game. If we lose that dangerous game, then you can kill us. Otherwise, we are free to go anywhere. Forz really liked this idea because no one has ever returned alive from this game. So he gives Edgar's team permission to participate in the game. Now Edgar's entire team had entered the game. Many people from different kingdoms had come to see it because this game was so dangerous and deadly. Teams participated in this game to save their lives. The simple rule of the game was to cross the labyrinth while saving their lives, where they would encounter dangerous creatures. A band of iron was tied to the hands of Doric and Simon, so they couldn't use their magical powers. As soon as the game started, everyone started running here and there. They also encountered dangerous creatures, which were highly hybrid. Edgar was asking his team to stay together so that they could easily solve the puzzle. But Dory's hand got stuck in some sticky substance, and she was trying to get out of it. Eventually, the band on Doric's hand came off, so now Doric could use her magical powers. Doric instructed all her companions to enter the sticky substance, and as they did, Doric and Simon teleported together to another location where they would be safe. They had already teleported to the boat where all the gold and magical items were kept. Edgar had also obtained the magical tablet by then. But just as they were about to leave from there, Berga caught Kira. However, Edgar somehow managed to rescue his daughter. After that, they all sat on the boat and started moving away, but now Sophia, who had the magical red horn, began spreading black energy all around. In fact, Sophia's plan was to control all the people in the kingdom, turn them into zombies, and make them work only for her. Edgar and his team learned about this and decided they couldn't let people die like this. So Edgar used Simon's teleport technique to create a portal on a hot air balloon, from where all the gold jewelry started falling down. Seeing this, everyone came out of the stadium, rendering Sophia's plan useless. Now Edgar had returned to the kingdom because now he had to defeat Sophia. He gave his daughter the same magical pendant that made her disappear. That is, Kira became invisible, and now Edgar's entire team began to fight Sophia. Sophia's powers had increased significantly before. Doric had converted herself into a large animal and was fighting Sophia, but no one could stand against Sophia's black energy. At one point, it seemed like Sophia's plan was succeeding, and she was controlling Fars. But as they say, overconfidence kills a person. Suddenly, the band in Sophia's hand came off, so no one could use their powers. And this band. It's not someone else, but Kira who wears it on his hand. Because Kira is invisible. As soon as she does this, Sophia couldn't use her energy, and then Doric took advantage of this opportunity and attacked Sophia. She had already hit Sophia quite a bit. But the sad thing was that during this whole fight, Halka got injured. And now within a short time, Halka died. Seeing Halka in this condition, Kira was very depressed, but Edgar, who had a magical tablet, which he wanted to use to revive his dead wife. But he used it to revive Halka. Completely okay, which made everyone quite happy. The old king's power was returned to him. So that he could control it well, the king was happy and Edgar's entire team. They were being made soldiers of his kingdom, who will guide his soldiers and at the same time will protect the kingdom. Those people, even the farce is punished, which will always remain in jail, and this is how our adventure story ends here.